Next couple videos, we're going to talk about some of the specific mechanics that get you into how to do engagements and destroy enemy units. But first, we'll talk about one which is sort of a precursor to being able to destroy special stealthy units, and that is the detection mechanic in the game. We mentioned in earlier videos certain cards, such as this red local irregular card, have a stealthy deployment attribute, which means when they're first put on the table, they go face down. Any card that is face down can't be targeted by other cards' effects. A couple conditions where this might happen. One is if you manage to suppress an enemy card during a long-range strike engagement. But the other is if the unit is a stealthy unit. In order for the opposing player to find the stealthy unit to be able to target it for any kind of engagement, first you have to go through the detection process. Going through the detection process, we're now going to go to our action cards and use the detection fog of war numbers that are on there. Most of the times in the game, whenever you have to do an adjudication of a mechanic using a fog of war number, you only draw one card. You draw a card, look for the appropriate number, and your adjudication either succeeds or fails. Detection is the only exemption to all of this, and the theory behind it is that if you really want to apply enough energy, resources, and assets and time to find a hidden unit or a stealthy unit, you will eventually find it. However, the amount of energy you spend to do it means it may constrain your ability to act and do other things that you might want to do because you've used all your resources just to go find one thing. Going through the detection phase, let's say we're in movement to contact step of the blue player's turn, and blue wants to use its light armor reconnaissance unit here to try and detect whatever this red stealthy unit is, because they want to target it for an engagement. First thing is that blue is going to say, I want to try and detect this unit, and so the red player doesn't have to reveal exactly what the unit is, but the red player does have to provide information on what the total resist value of this unit is going to be for the purposes of detection. The local irregulars here, they have a resist value of 2, so that's their baseline resist value. However, they're also in the hill domain, which adds a +1 to any defender ground combat unit that's in there, which means our local irregular is going to start at a baseline value of 3 for the detection. Take a look at our light armored reconnaissance. Some units that are able to detect get a certain bonus that represents different, better sensors, better training skills, what have you, but there's no bonus on the light armored recon. So it's going to start out here at 0. The detection threshold is you need greater than 3 times the resist value of your target unit. Doing some of the math involved here, baseline unit or the value for the local irregulars is 3, as we determined. 3 times 3 is 9. So blue is going to need a total detection fog of war draw of 10 or higher to be able to reveal that unit forcibly. So this is how it works. Blue starts using action cards, looking at the detection value to see if we hit the threshold or not. So 5, obviously less than 10. Haven't hit it yet. Spend another action. Hey, we drew well. It's 11. Spend a total of 2 actions to forcibly reveal that local irregular unit, which now has to stay revealed until the end of the turn, which means blue can now target it for future long-range strikes if they want to. Now let's change it up a little bit, show you that it's not always quite that easy. Let's say we have local irregular unit is actually in the town, urban domain. Well, we're going to go and use our low Earth orbit satellites in this case because it does provide a bonus of +2 to your initial value. However, in the urban domain, the defender gets a +2 to its total resist value as well, which means baseline value for the local irregulars is 2. Add another 2, so that's 4 times 3 is 12. Blue needs 13 total or higher to be able to forcibly reveal the local irregulars there with the low Earth orbit satellite. We're starting at a +2, which is good, so it's not quite as far to go, but let's see how it works out. So we're starting at 2. Ooh, that's not good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 12, 13, which gets us over the threshold of 12, which means the satellite has now forcibly detected the local irregulars. But look at how many more actions it took to do that. Blue burned a lot of its actions, meaning a lot of its time, resources, assets, in order to find one single unit, which means the number of actions available to do other things for the rest of this turn has been significantly reduced. Was it worth it to the blue player to go through that very high effort of detection? We'll have to find out on a later part of the turn to see if they're able to target that unit or not.